I have the pleasure of announcing a longtime activist, a longtime supporter, a day-by-day supporter, hour-by-hour supporter of this hunger strike, an inspirational leader, Angger Mura Topayan, to say a few words.
As not panera het kapak as ik koffie as goed mes kotsel. Oorneel as gona hiçbiriela. Zerat satzak me. Look, please excuse me, but I wanted to talk specifically to the young people rather than to you. And it's embarrassing to tell you something, and people might say, oh, Murad might be a little crazy or psychologically damaged. But I have to tell you this because it just happened last night. And never before in my life has this happened. We were here together late last night, as we are every night, seeing you, hearing you, crying with you, laughing with you. I went home and went to bed. I was exhausted. 4 o'clock in the morning, all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. I woke up and I'm sobbing. I don't cry very often. I'm sobbing. And all I hear is, Mimornad, don't forget, remember. And I was shaking. Honest to God, this is the truth. This is not a speech. And I said, these kids have done something. If it reaches me this way, it reaches everyone. You have touched our hearts. You have touched our minds. The other afternoon, yesterday afternoon, I brought to you a 95-year-old man, and he sat in front of you, and he talked to you, and you asked him questions. And I said, please, look into his eyes. See what he has seen. Try to understand, because he's a very modest man. He's not a speech maker, but look and try to understand. Now I'm going to ask you, please, look in my eyes. Try to see what I see. Try to feel what we have felt. I mean, I can get up here and we can intellectualize, and I could talk to you about the protocols. I've taught history, I've taught in the university. We talk about the genocide and our rights, and sometimes there's a time and a place to be intellectual and sell it and persuade. But I find it impossible to talk about the genocide and our rights without the raw emotion that's in your hearts, in your minds, in your faces, and what you have felt. Because we have felt that. Yesterday there was supposedly a little problem here. You asked me to help out. There were a couple guys and a young lady that were having a problem. I went and talked to him because I said, oh man, maybe this is going to hintirmo bidiyala, amot bidiyala. Maybe we have to discipline someone. And I talked to them. And you know what they had a problem with? They wanted to do more. They didn't want to just sit. They didn't want to just protest. These kids that I was going to possibly discipline turn around and with tears in their eyes are saying, let us do more. Let us do more. And all I could think of is back many years when I approached the Gengen member on the East Coast and I was 16 years old and we were demonstrating in front of the Turkish embassy without permission. And the Gengen was going to punish us because at that time we were not allowed to demonstrate. We were told, Seva Mortnera Adigenen, Menkchenkene. I turned when we argued with him because we were on the street. Many of us have driven 10 and 12 hours, if you know the East Coast, to get to New York City from the Midwest or from the East Coast. You drive. This Inged, a very good Inged, a very positive Inged, a very strong Inged. I say, Inged, let us finish the demonstration. Don't punish us here. Don't do this. And he says, I have to. Hırahank midik çirid. And you see, Inged, kanidari ganes. I said, look it, Inged, I know you're a good Dashnatsagan. I know you're a believer. You're my father's friend. You've been in my house. But when I'm 65 years old, I don't want to be a Chirain Dashnatsagan. I want to do something. I want to do something for our cause, for our people. It's not going to happen. And these kids are saying the same thing. These young people want to do something. Serge, you sold us out. Serge, you did all of these things. You broke our hearts on April 22nd. Serge, we were waiting. We had been waiting. The president was on our side. The Secretary of State was on our side. The CIA was on our side. We had everything aligned. And you, on April 22nd, come in and announce a roadmap, never telling the diaspora, never telling anyone. You broke our hearts. You told us to trust you. You told us to believe you. What did we do? We gave you time. We should have came out April 22nd, 23rd. We should have been here protesting then. We should have raised the issue. We should have been fighting then. But no, we believed you. We believed you. We heartfelt the president. And you sold us out again. And you're selling us out tomorrow. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Stop and think about it, young people. We're the same organization. You're the same organization that for 70 years under communist domination, you were blacklisted in the communist country in Armenia. You were not allowed to exist because we fought that communist regime. You were fought by the Turks because they tried to stop us at every turn. And we raised up. They all tried to take away our dreams, our hopes, just like Serge is doing now. But these people forget our dreams are written in blood. Our founders died. Our Popkin Sunnis died. Our Fedais died. Our Lisbon 5 died. Our Zimbabwe Baikat Rakteramera. Hep Pandin Betsen. Hiba Kun Serge. Kun Il Parigam Ned. Biri says, Mink Tavajaning. Mink Tavajan Gunankalar. Med Yanka Davadzenka Suramad. Yep Shipopid. Make Hayastani headache. Make Hydro-14 headache. Make Nagono Karapai headache. Serge, make his head shake. Serge did us a favor. Serge did us a favor. If you saw Hrant Markayan's speech yesterday, he said that you opened the wound. You opened the wound. If you remember, every April 24th, whenever you've heard me speak to you young people, I tell you, every time the Turkish denial comes forward, and they deny it on April 24th, it opens the wound, and the pain is there, and we react. We expect it from the Turks.